All right, hello, welcome to the weather update, 7:30, April 4th, 2021. Happy Easter to everybody. We're going to talk about something that nobody else is talking about, and if you've noticed, it's been a little hazy lately. This was from yesterday, actually. I noticed the haze yesterday. That was around sunset. This was late in the afternoon. You could see a little bit of haze there. This was the sunset last night at Hicksville, which was pretty nice. You could see there. Pretty nice looking sunset. But those colors are from the haze. So this is today, and you'll notice that after the clouds in the morning when the sun came out, but it was hazy. So this was in the evening around 6:30, looking at the sky here, and you can notice that haze in the sky. Easily notice that there it is again. You can clearly see there it is. Here's a little. It's even more noticeable here because you get some of it. You get some of it being shaded by this cloud here. Here's another picture of it. So you can see the haze in the air today. Definitely something from smoke going on. This was sunset. Well, I mean, not the whole sunset, but you could see clearly the haze in the sky there from the smoke. This was from the train as the sun was setting, and this was around dusk. And you could see just a lot of haze in the air there, kind of making some nice colors, but other than that, it's kind of bad for the air quality, So actually, we're going to start off with earthandoldskool.net and look and see what's going on. We're also going to look at some satellite images and see, because nobody else is bringing this up. Obviously, mainstream media doesn't want to talk about these finer details of what's happening. But let's go ahead and look and see what we've got. And we do have some particles in the air. It looks like you can see around the east here some particles. I'm not sure if that's smoke. But you can see some being, it looks like there is cleaner air off to the west, but then again, there's some density of particles around the lakes. I don't know if those are fog particles or what. This thing is not going to really differentiate. Not much dust around. That's not an issue. Yesterday we were also talking about the carbon monoxide levels, which is still kind of high in the area as well. This is just because of combustion and not much air mixing going on. That is the sulfur dioxide, and this is the nitrous oxide. But the main thing that we're talking about here is really the smoke. And actually, this is probably more useful here. You can clearly see it right here. Let me just pause this. Let's see if we can pause this. I don't know if we can actually. Yeah, here's the pause button. Right. Oh, I'm too slow. Hold on, we'll try it again. Right there. You can see the smoke right here. Look at that. That's smoke. That's not high clouds. That is smoke. See those wispy clouds there? That's not cirrus. That's smoke in the air. I'll run it again. And we're going to try to figure out where the smoke came from. Let's run it one more time. Right there. Again, this even shows it up better. You can see here. Look at that. Clearly see the smoke over the area here. I'm not sure where the smoke has come from. I think there may be some fires in the Midwest. We're going to actually go look on this, on the satellite view here. This is the MODIS satellite. You can see the haze again over the area. Yeah, you can see it. There it is, right here. I don't know if you can see that, but the good news. It looks like there's less of it off to the west. But I'm thinking it's coming from here. Yeah, it's probably coming from the Midwest. I know there's been some fires in the Midwest, so that may be what we're seeing the smoke for. This is becoming something that I don't ever remember this growing up, but this is becoming a commonplace now because we seeing all these fires, and so we get a lot more hazy skies now because of it. And nobody's really talking about it in the media because, again, the media is controlled by Wall Street. They don't want you to know how dire the climate situation really is. But yeah, there are fires going on in this area right here. In fact, we can add a layer. Let's do this. Fires. All right. So we can fires and thermal anomalies. So let's add this to the thing. All right. And now close this up. You'll see actually that there are some fires here. Look at that. A whole bunch of them being reported here, particularly in this area. It's where all these orange dots are. So I'm thinking that's what's going on. There are a whole bunch of other features you can add to this. You can add another layer if we want. We have day, so we have day. But we want day and night. We want that. And then there's also aerosol index, which we can do as well. So we can put that in there as well. And let's see what's coming up here. This looks kind of weird. I don't know what the hell happened here. Because some spots are, I mean, it's, I don't know what that is. I'm going to get rid of that. We don't want that layer. I'm wondering if they've got smoke in here. I don't really say smoke, but we do have the fires and thermal anomalies. That's the main thing that we can look at right now. And there is smoke around that's being generated by these fires in the Midwest. It's not a thick amount of smoke, but it's enough to notice in the air. It certainly is. And I almost thought I smelled it too. So if you smelled smoke in the air today, let me know in the comments below. Because definitely some smoky skies out there today. So let's go take a look at what we got going on. It's a warm day, but there are some variations in the temperature once again. Farmingdale 60 degrees, north wind at 7, no sea breeze, but some areas do have a sea breeze. So let's go look at, see if West Hampton has one. I bet West Hampton has one. Yeah, look at that, much cooler there, 49. You know there's a sea breeze there. Let's see what it got down to this morning at West Hampton. 20 degrees, wow. So they're still getting some really good radiational cooling at West Hampton. And look at this, yesterday morning it got down to 19. So Saturday morning got down to 19 at West Hampton. That's pretty chilly. Again, you get that good radiational cooling with dry air. That's what you get. You don't see that at a site like Islip. Let's see if Islip is a sea breeze. 57 northwest at 9, no sea breeze there. Nope, no sea breeze there. It got down to 32 this morning at Islip, so it was chilly, despite some clouds being around, which is kind of interesting. They got down, and let's take a look at yesterday morning, Saturday morning, 28 degrees at Islip, so it's pretty interesting right there. I'm wondering how Miller Air Park fared on Saturday morning too, so we're going to look at that. Much warmer. Wow, 53. It's actually cooler there. Go figure. Maybe they've got it. They actually might have a sea breeze. We're going to look at all this. Let's see what it got down to Saturday morning at Miller Air Park. 22, not as cold as West Hampton. Okay, so let's go look at some more current observations. I'll go to the One to Ground website as well. We're going to look at that. So, let's see. Middle of the island, mid-50s. The South Shore is cooler. There's a sea breeze right along the South Shore, but it's not getting very far inland. You can see it's 50 in Massapequa Park, 49, 50 in Babylon, whereas inland it's more like in the mid-50s. So there is a sea breeze along the South Shore. City, the warmest, they're still 61. We've cooled down now. We're in the 50s. And surprisingly, New Jersey. It's actually cooler in Toms River. The sea breeze is actually better there. It's 49, 50. So, yeah, much better sea breeze in southern New Jersey, which is unusual. Usually you don't see that. Ocean County is getting a much better sea breeze than we are, which is kind of unusual to see. Very unusual to see. So let's look at our high temperatures for today. Go to the high temperatures, and looks like most of us reached around 60 degrees, low 60s. But of course, the East End was in the 50s, so more of a sea breeze there. A lot warmer in the city. Looks like it got up to 65 there, so a lot warmer there. And let's see Toms River, 64. So before the sea breeze, it got pretty warm there, and then the sea breeze came in and cooled things off over there. So let's go look and see what's going to be happening in our weather now as we go into this first full week of April. Let's go look at the upper air pattern here. We're going to actually change this to the North American view so we can get a somewhat larger view of what's going on here. So you can see there we're in a northwest flow generally. You've got this low sitting off here, but it's because this is Pacific air, or this air isn't really coming from Canada. So yesterday it was, and that's why it was colder, but now this is more from the middle of the country. This air is going around this ridge, so that's why it's not going to be that cold. That trough kind of sits there and actually backs up a little bit on Monday. So it's going to keep us under dry flow, basically, northwest flow. But like I said, this flow of air, if you follow it here, you will see that it is from the center of the country. So it's not from Canada, all right? Despite the fact we have a blocking pattern still in Greenland, the cold air is kind of like way up there. So we're not going to see any really cold air as far as that's concerned. So we move this along. That trough sits there. Tuesday, same deal. We're still in the dry flow. Temperature slightly above normal. And then for Wednesday, it starts to slowly pull out, and that's going to start moving things along a little bit and allowing for the next trough to move into the east and bring us a chance of precipitation and some cooler temperatures by the end of the week. And then another trough sets up. So all in all, not really huge temperature anomalies as far as being way above normal or way below normal. This is the European. Same idea here as we head into the end of the week and the weekend. So let's go pull this back to this view here, and we'll go ahead and we'll look at the surface, and you'll see how this all translates out. So here's the high pressure here, low here, westerly flow, northwesterly flow, dry air. There's a little impulse that moves to our south Monday night, and that stays to the south. We stay clear. And then there's another little one that moves on Wednesday. That also stays to the south. So we're staying dry till at least Friday night. And then we finally see our chance of rain Friday night, maybe a little bit on Saturday with a cutoff low that's going to move into the area. But then that's going to be a pretty dry week, which is another concern for the fire danger, of course. I know one of the weather services brought this up. I don't think it was our weather service. I think it was the other one. Yes, they are. There is an enhanced wildfire risk Monday because you're going to see there's going to be a pressure gradient between that high and that low. So that's why we got to watch out, especially tomorrow, for an enhanced fire danger. I'm probably not up to a red flag warning state, but you see, look at those isobars there, kind of tight. So the wind's going to pick up tomorrow. The gradient between the low of that's off in the Gulf of Maine and the high over the southeast, you could say. So that's why the high is over the southeast. So this is why you're getting this dry flow from the middle of the country. All right, winds do relax as you get toward Tuesday with that pressure gradient fading. So let's go look at temperatures and see how the temperature is going to go. We're going to look at the winds, and we're going to see how this all pans out this week. Now the smoke, that's hard to predict. Hopefully, maybe we'll get rid of some of it tomorrow. We'll have better skies. Should be a very nice day tomorrow. Highs in the there should be looks like it's cooler over the island with more of a sea breeze. We'll have to pull up some of the other let me use the HRRR, which has got a little better resolution. Yeah, allergies are terrible today. So this is the HRRR. Much warmer over Jersey and Nassau County, cooler over Suffolk. You can see Jersey could get well into the 60s, maybe even a 70-degree reading. Well into the 60s in Nassau County, 60 to 65 probably. Suffolk probably around 60. And then at night it will cool down again, down into the 40s. And then even warmer for Tuesday. Well, pretty much a similar setup, actually, as Monday with the warmer air over Jersey, because we're in that cooler flow that's coming down. So it's going to keep Long Island just a little bit cooler, especially as you head out into Suffolk County. Move this GFS along here, and the GFS seems to agree with that assessment as well. Here is Wednesday, a little warmer for everybody. So that could be more of a westerly, southwesterly flow on Wednesday. Thursday, we're again seeing that difference here, that differential, that depending on where you are. And then as the rain moves into the trough for Friday and Saturday, we're going to have cooler weather over our area as we head into, it tries to warm back up again, but see with that trough over us, it won't really be quite as warm. Next thing we're going to go and look at is the skies. Let's go look at that. You're going to want to load the skies here. Okay. So here's the skies for tomorrow. Looks like a clear day. Again, I don't know about the smoke. It looks like it'll be a little better than today. I don't know if we're going to have crystal clear skies. And a little bit of cloudiness comes in tomorrow night. And then Tuesday looks like another clear day. It looks like some more clouds over the east end and maybe less. Again, this is the GFS. It's a lower resolution model, so it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen. A little more clouds on Wednesday, but you can see there's like a clear gap almost between the two, between that low offshore and the system to the west. And that clear gap is where we're going to be for much of this week. Let's go look at the NAM. So this is the NAM for tomorrow. Looks like fairly clear skies over us. Again, there's that batch of clouds that comes in with that system passing off to the west. Here's Tuesday. It looks like Long Island is in the mid. It looks like Long Island will be in the sweet spot, and hopefully we're going to have another clear day on Tuesday before maybe some more clouds roll in the afternoon. Hopefully we can pull that off. Let's look at the RGM. Other model here. Every model has its own little subtlety with the skies, but I think we should have a good sky, especially over Long Island tomorrow, and Tuesday probably even a little better. I think we'll be right in the middle there, and maybe even we can even luck out for Wednesday too if this RGM is correct. We're going to have 3 pretty nice days in a row, and hopefully we can get rid of the smoke. So it'll be very nice and good weather to get to the Pines again, which is what I was supposed to do yesterday, but I wasn't quite up to it, and it was very cold in the morning too yesterday. So I'm kind of used to it being warmer already, you know. So let's look at the wind on windy.com for tomorrow, because I know they said the wind would be a bit of an issue. So we're gonna have sustained winds, I guess, between 10 and 20 miles an hour. And if we look at the wind gusts, this is the concern, I guess you could see. We're going to have some gusts up to 30. So couple that with the low humidity, dry conditions, we'll have to watch out. Haven't had a ton of rain lately, so we're going to have to be careful about possible fires that could be an issue. We'll have to see what happens. Hopefully nothing breaks out. There's only one other thing that I want to look at, and that is the humidity. And the humidity, you can see the humidity here, it's low, so that's the issue. But I also want to look at the humidity aloft, because this kind of tells us if we're going to have any serious issues tomorrow. So you can see we have that moisture aloft that'll come in later in the day. That is what's going to generate some clouds, possibly by evening. Other than that, we have fairly dry aloft. Here's Tuesday. It looks pretty dry aloft, so that should be mostly clear sky. So you can see the flow is coming from the northwest there as well. So let me put this back to wind, and let me put this back to the surface. You can see the way everything is there. Dry flow aloft. The question is, will there be a sea breeze tomorrow? Will there not? With the stronger northwest wind, I'm thinking it's going to suppress any sea breezes. I don't think we're going to see. I think Tuesday, maybe we'd be more likely to see that sea breeze in the afternoon develop, perhaps. But it's still keeping a northwest flow over us. So I have to say, I think there'll be a very localized sea breeze. Wednesday, maybe a little more likely to see a sea breeze. But again, a sea breeze for the next 2 days, I think is going to be very limited. So that's why I think it's going to get above 60 pretty much everywhere. And maybe if you're in New Jersey, possibly 70 degrees. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching. And happy Easter once again.